Just announced, Princess Leonor and Christian's royal wedding stuns the world. It began as a quiet royal morning in Madrid, the kind where tradition, elegance, and duty weave perfectly together. But by midday, that calm shattered across Europe. Because what unfolded in Copenhagen just hours later wasn't just another royal event, it was a seismic shift in modern monarchy. The world expected formality, restraint, and diplomacy. Instead, it got something raw, human, and breathtakingly unexpected. Princess Leonor of Spain, once seen as the dutiful heir to her father, King Felipe VI, has just redefined royal history. Her long-speculated relationship with Denmark's Prince Christian is no longer rumor, no longer whispers. It's official. A royal wedding has been announced, and it's not only Spain and Denmark talking. The entire world is standing still. Royal watchers had guessed, tabloids had speculated, but no one could have predicted this: a cross-European royal union that merges two of the most powerful royal houses, and potentially reshapes the future of both monarchies. What makes this announcement so astonishing isn't just the grandeur or the love story, but the timing. Just as Spain celebrated Princess Leonor's 20th birthday and her official rise as heir apparent, the news broke: an engagement to Denmark's young crown prince. It's a move so bold, so emotionally charged, that even royal insiders are calling it the most romantic yet strategic decision in decades. The Spanish palace confirmed the engagement in a statement filled with warmth and emotion, something rarely seen from the Casa Real. Their Majesties are deeply proud of their daughter's choice, it read, and trust her union will symbolize friendship, modernity, and shared European values. Yet, behind palace walls, the story runs deeper. Sources close to Zarzuela Palace say this wasn't an easy road. For nearly 3 years, Leonor and Christian's relationship had been kept under the tightest secrecy: occasional public sightings, discreet meetings during royal events, and the quiet exchange of gifts across borders. It was a relationship built not on political arrangement, but genuine affection. Something rare, something pure, in a world of royal expectation. But the real surprise: how this union came to be accepted by both families. Initially, Danish courtiers were reportedly hesitant. Christian's role as future king means his partner would one day share the Danish throne, and choosing a foreign royal, especially an heir herself, could spark political debate. Yet, over time, Queen Mary and King Frederick were said to be deeply moved by Leonor's composure, intellect, and dedication to service. Then came the turning point: a private weekend at Amalienborg Palace last spring. Cameras were off, the press unaware. It was there, in the quiet gardens of the palace, that the two royal families shared an evening that insiders now describe as the moment the future of two nations was sealed. In that setting, simple, honest, and deeply emotional, Christian reportedly proposed. No audience, no ceremony. Just the two of them under the Danish twilight, surrounded by blooming magnolias. And now, months later, the official engagement photos tell their own story: Leonor in a pale blush gown, her eyes fixed on Christian, both radiating an unspoken understanding that transcends borders. But make no mistake, this announcement has stirred more than admiration. In Spain, some voices whisper concern. Could the heir to the Spanish throne truly balance love and duty from another nation? Would marriage to another future monarch create constitutional complexities? Even royal advisors are quietly studying historical precedents. Marriages between heirs are extraordinarily rare. Yet, Leonor seems unfazed. During a recent speech in Madrid, just days before the engagement, she spoke about building bridges between nations and leading with empathy and courage. Many now see those words as a subtle preview of what was to come: a queen not only of Spain, but of hearts across Europe. In Denmark, the news has ignited an explosion of joy. Outside Christiansborg Palace, thousands gathered with Spanish and Danish flags, chanting both royal names. Social media has gone into meltdown, calling it the royal fairy tale of the decade. For many young Europeans, Leonor and Christian represent something bigger than royalty: a symbol of modern unity, love without boundaries, and the rebirth of monarchy in a digital world. And then, there's the wedding itself, already being called the event of the century. Leaks suggest it will be held in Copenhagen's cathedral, where Christian's parents were wed, followed by a second celebration in Madrid, symbolizing the bridge between both nations. The guest list reads like a who's who of European royalty, the British royals, the Swedish and Norwegian families, and even former monarchs from Greece and Luxembourg. But amid the glitter and grandeur, it's the emotional core that captures hearts. Princess Leonor, once the quiet, disciplined daughter, has stepped into a light that feels authentically hers. Christian, long regarded as charming but reserved, now radiates confidence and purpose. Together, they exude a calm power, the sense of two young royals who know their destiny but choose to write it in their own words. Observers say this marriage could signal the dawn of a new royal era, one less about protocol and more about partnership. A love story that isn't scripted by politics, but shaped by the courage to be real. Still, questions linger. Will Leonor retain her Spanish titles after marriage? Could she, one day, reign over both Spain and Denmark, a united monarchy unseen since medieval Europe? While such possibilities are mostly symbolic, the emotional impact is undeniable. And that's where this story turns profoundly human. Because beneath the crowns and ceremonies, this is about two people who grew up under relentless public gaze, and still found each other, quietly, away from the noise. It's a reminder that even in the rarefied air of royalty, love finds its way, sometimes quietly, sometimes boldly, but always undeniably. As the sun sets over Madrid, the Spanish palace is glowing tonight. Bells have rung across Copenhagen. Flags flutter from balconies. The world is watching, yes, but more than that, the world is feeling. A young woman who was born into destiny has chosen love that matches it. A prince who could have followed tradition has chosen heart over history. Together, they've rewritten what it means to be royal in the 21st century. And perhaps, that's why the world is stunned, because amid all the spectacle, this story reminds us of something deeply timeless, that even in palaces built on power, it's love that truly reigns. As Europe prepares for a royal wedding unlike any other, one truth stands clear: this isn't just a chapter in royal history. It's the beginning of a love story that the world will remember for generations.